Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the tachometric surveying lecture 3. In last lecture we are discussing about the principle of tachometry and their component parts of tachometer and analytic lens. So now we see the methods of tachometry. We start from the methods of tachometry. So there are two basic methods of tachometry. First one is stadia method and second one is tangential method. In stadia method, it is the most commonly used method, and there are two forms of stadia method. That is, first one is fixed hair method and second is movable hair method. So let's see one by one methods. First is stadia method. It is the most commonly used method, and their types of stadia method. There are two types here: fixed hair method and movable hair method. So first we see the fixed hair method. In this method, the distance between the stadia hairs is kept constant, and the intercept varies as the distance varies. Okay. And in movable hair method, this method is generally uses a special diaphragm that enables us to change the distance between the crosshairs, means movable because of the movable hair, and the intercept is kept constant even though the distance varies. Whenever the distance changes, the intercept is kept constant. This is the movable hair method. Then second basic method of tachometry means tangential method. So in tangential method, the vertical angles are measured from the central crosshair and the distance are calculated using trigonometrical formulas. Next, fixed hair method. So see this method, fixed hair method. In this method, the distance between two stadia hairs, it is fixed, and the reading corresponding to 3 crosshairs is taken, and the difference between top and bottom hair is found, and this difference between top hair and bottom hair, it is called as staff intercept. And there are 3 different cases used in this fixed hair method. First is when the line of sight is horizontal and the staff held is vertical, means the line of collimation or line of sight, it is horizontal, it is taken as horizontal and staff held is vertical. Then second case is line of sight is inclined, means it is inclined by some angle, and the staff held is vertical. And third case is line of sight is inclined and the staff held is normal to the line of sight. So these are the 3 different cases used in this fixed hair method. So first see the first case, that is line of sight is horizontal and the staff held is vertical. See this figure. On the left hand side there is a instrument fixed here with the tachometer. Tachometer is fixed over point O, and on the right side there is a stadia rod or leveling staff placed and from that from the tachometer to that stadia rod, there is from O point to A point, there is a marking of horizontal distance x, and on that stadia rod there are three different readings shown on this stadia rod at point A. That is on the topmost side there is a top hair reading, then in between, and on the bottom side there is a bottom hair reading, and in between those two readings there is a middle hair reading. And capital S means staff intercept, that is shown in the figure. Staff intercept means it is the difference between top hair reading minus bottom hair reading. And in tachometer and stadia rod there are three directions of these three cross hair readings shown here. Next is, so for the case 1, that is line of sight is horizontal and the staff held is vertical, the horizontal distance between the staff and vertical axis of instrument, it is given by capital X is equal to F upon I into capital S plus F plus D, where F upon I means it is the multiplying constant, and F plus D is equal to the additive constant, and this additive constant it is 0 for the analytic lens, and capital S means staff intercept, and staff intercept we can calculate this staff intercept by taking the difference between top hair reading and bottom hair reading. Then HI means height of instrument, it is calculated by RL of benchmark plus middle hair reading, means reduced level of benchmark plus middle hair readings gives you the height of instrument. Then RL of station means reduced level of station, we can calculate by using the formula here, height of instrument minus middle hair reading of station. Okay, so for this first case we can calculate the horizontal distance between staff and vertical axis of instrument by using this formula shown here. X is equal to F upon I into S plus F plus D. Then case 2 means it is the line of sight is inclined and the staff held is vertical. So see this figure for case 2. For case 2, the line of sight is inclined. So for first figure, on the right side there is a instrument placed here, and the line of sight becomes it is inclined, and but the staff held is vertical, and it is placed at point A on left hand side of instrument, and that line of sight is inclined means the reading there is a angle angle made with horizontal line of sight to the central middle crosshair reading. Similarly, this is the angle, and similarly on the right side, similarly see the right hand side figure. uh, for both the figures the case 2 is applied here, that is line of sight is inclined and the staff held is vertical, and from point O to A means horizontal distance, it is marked as a capital X. You have to find out that distance X and V. Capital V means it is a distance, vertical distance from line of horizontal line of sight to central or middle crosshair reading. And for both the measurements, vertical and horizontal distances, we use this tachometric formula. Next is so for the case line of sight is inclined and the staff held is vertical, the horizontal distance capital X, it is calculated as f upon I into s into cos square theta plus f plus d into cos theta. While the vertical distance capital V we can calculate using this formula again, f upon I into s into sine 2 theta upon 2 plus f plus d into sine theta. So where the f upon I means it is the multiplying constant and f plus d means additive constant. So when the telescope is provided without the analytic lens, then the horizontal as well as vertical distances are calculated from the above formulas, that is f upon I into s into cos square theta plus f plus d into cos theta, and for vertical distance it is given by f upon I into s into sine 2 theta upon 2 plus f plus d into sine theta. But when the telescope is fitted with the analytic lens, then for the calculation to be simple and easy, the additive constant becomes 0 because the telescope is fitted with an analytic lens. So therefore the horizontal and vertical distances equations are reduced by taking the f plus d, that is additive constant is 0. So it becomes capital X is equal to horizontal distance x becomes f upon I into s cos square theta, and vertical distance becomes f upon I into s into sine 2 theta upon 2, where theta is the angle between horizontal line of sight and central reading. And for this case the height of instrument is calculated as RL of benchmark plus backside RL of staff station, that is equal to HI minus V, capital V means it is the vertical distance, minus H. Thank you. Hope all of you understand this video. Thank you.